Hello there! I just bought myself a brand new camera and I thought I'd do a review on it. Now this is the Akaso EK7000 Pro. Now, I love GoPros. I think they're amazing, but do you know what I don't love? I don't love GoPro prices. And this beautiful camera here was only just under 14,000 yen, which is under £100 in the UK. So very reasonable, and for dollars, I shall put the price up here. But this is a little adventure camera, I think people would call them. A cool little small camera that does everything. On the advertisement for this, you can go cycling with this, you can go scuba diving with it, you can go snorkeling with it, you can go rock climbing with it. Hell, you could probably jump out of a plane with it, and it would still give you some good footage. So let's open the box up and see what it is. It's cutty knifey time. So inside the beautiful box, they have not only the camera, they have, how do I even get into this? Oh my god. The first test is, can you get into the box? Oh, it's like super glued on. Ugh. Now I'm going to try and open it from the bottom side. Cutty knifey time. Oh, you open it from the bottom. Very nice. Boom, look at that. So, inside of our brand new box, we have, first of all, the camera. The camera and the mount. Wow, what have they done to this? They have made this so that no one can actually use it. Ooh, I do not like this. Okay, first thing, Akaso, is how do I get into your packaging? Right. Bang, bang, bang. Look what they've done. They've like super glued this. Ugh. Shouldn't do that while the package is open. They've super glued this on, and I can't even work out how to get this off. So maybe I have to unscrew something in here, who knows. So first thing I have inside the box, a zip tie. Why I would need a zip tie, I'm not entirely sure, but they've put it in there. Maybe in the future I will work out a use for this, but at the moment, I'm not sure how I'm going to use this. I guess you could mount it onto something? I don't know. Okay, we have a back protection plate if you're traveling around doing all sorts of fun things. This will keep your camera safe, allegedly. We then also have a couple of straps, won't be needing those. We then have, oh, this is a handlebar clamp. So if you're riding your bicycle, you screw this onto your handlebars and then bish bang bosh, you can put the camera on top of it. Very good. We then have a cable. Oh, and it's USB-C, baby. USB-C. That is absolutely fantastic. You cannot beat USB-C. I love when anything is charged with USB-C. That makes your life so much easier, especially when you have a Samsung like me. So whenever you're traveling around, your phone charger also charges your camera. Oh, that is amazing. Okay, next thing we have is some sort of other clamp. Oh, this is cool. So this clamp here, for the camera, let me open it up and show you. This is cool, baby. This is way more than what I've got with GoPros, and I bought GoPros in the past. You get this clamp here, which is like a clippy clamp. So I could, in theory, clip it to my shirt and go like this. That's so cool. I love stuff like that. Amazing. Okay, next thing we have a remote control. So, come on. Ah! What? Whoever packaged this box has made everything near impossible to get into. Come on! Out! Ah! Come on! Yes, got it. Okay, so we've got a remote control here. Picture button, film button. Very universal, looks like very easy to use. I just press that button to take a picture, and I press this button to record. I like that. That is very nice. Okay, next thing we have here. We have another mount here where this one is a very unique screw. I wonder how they do it. So you have this here where you can put this in and this threads into something. Oh, this is great. This is, if you want to use it for a handle, you can put that on top and then you can handle it around like that. Very cool. Like that. That is awesome. We have some sort of mount here, which I'm not entirely sure which this is for. Some sort of strap, maybe? That? I don't even know what that's for. That we have a mystery clip. Just standard clip there, nothing too special. Another standard clip there. But they've been really generous on all the clips that's inside this, especially for 14,000 yen. Really good pricing. Okay, we have another sort of clip there. And what is this? What is this? We have a box. Oh, this must be the charger? Yeah, so it looks like... Oh, what a weird charger. Ugh. So this is the charger. You plug it in here, and I'm guessing you can take the battery out of this and then plug it in here, and then it charges. I wonder if you can also direct charge. I have to say, the charger's feel is very cheap. You see how it's got this lever on it at the top. This plastic, obviously, you don't need. You could probably break this off, and I imagine it would still work. So you see this lever, it's just very... To open it, oh, feels like I'm gonna break it. Oh, I don't like this. Yeah, it's like a really cheap plastic lid on it. That is gonna break at some point. But looking at this charger, this lid could break off, and you could still charge in here. So maybe some people would actually break it off if I was traveling and I wanted less space. You could do, but oh, cheap. That's the first thing I feel about this. Cheap. That's not nice. But everything else in here so far has been really nice. Okay, here is a battery. And here is a second battery. I have to say, the fact that they've given you 2 batteries in this is amazing. Most cameras, you're lucky if you get 1 battery in it. So to have 2, really like that. For 13,000 yen, what's that? Close to $100. That is amazing. Very cool. And we also have a micro SD card, which is put in here. Just a standard micro SD card, 64 gigs, more than most people are ever going to need when they're out filming about. So that is great. We have another strappy strap, little small one, nothing too exciting, Velcro, very cool. And oh, we have some of these. This is sticky tape here. I'm sure you've seen them. You can put the camera on it, stick this down onto something, and it will stay in place. That is very, very cool. Next, we have another little clip here and a screwy clip. So that is cool. I like that. Now, can I work out how to demount this from here? You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take the camera out. Ooh. What I was surprised is I've ordered this on Japanese Amazon and everything is in English, so that is very nice. It is a touch screen. You have instructions on here. It says peel off the film on the camera screen and on the lens. Make sure battery is full power for the first time and format your micro SD card. Now, I haven't put this on charge. I haven't put any of the batteries on charge, but I'm just going to see. Ooh. There is mystery tape on here. If I pull this out, is this going to explode? See that? Let's have a look. Ew. Do I peel this off? I don't even know if I meant to peel this off. Don't peel it off. Apparently, I'm being told not to peel it off, but that is weird on a battery, right? This weird tape. I've never seen that before on batteries. Okay, well, we shall plug it in, see if they have any power to start with, and see if I can set this up. Okay, first thing I'm noticing to put the battery in is odd. Get off. Okay. Let's have a look. Can I actually get this open? Now I have nails, so I'm amazed that... Am I doing something wrong here? How do I open this? How? Push? I'm being told to push. Okay, I cannot open the battery thing by myself. Let's see if there's instructions on how to open it. So far, this is a confusing camera. Yeah, it says literally to do what I'm doing, which is like peel it. Okay, I feel like this battery thing is going to break early. Ugh. Is there a clip? So far, we are struggling to get the battery into it. No, cannot open this. I'm going to hand it over to the camera person, see if they can open it up. What do you think? It should just be like your nails going to it, right? Did you do it first time? What the heck? Okay, sometimes some people are obviously better than me. Okay, so this does just break off and then you have a hole in it. I feel like this is going to get lost after a while, so I'm not a huge fan of that. This is pretty flimsy. I feel like these are going to break early on. And also, I've put it back on. And how did you get it off? Oh, I've got it. Okay, cool. We've broken it off. It's in. It's done. So let's see. Do we have any power in our battery to start with? In you go, little battery. Clip in. Okay, do we have power? Where is the on button? There's the on button. On button's on the front. Oh, we have power, baby. We have a choice. English, Japanese, Chinese, it looks like. So I'm going to choose the English. It is touchscreen as well. I've got to set the date now. Look at that. All that fun for you. What is the date today? What is the date today? 14th? 15th. Today is the 15th. Okay, today is the 15th. Right, we should try that. Okay, we're done. I haven't read the instructions for this, by the way, so I'm just winging it. Time is now about 3 o'clock. 2 o'clock. Time is now 2 o'clock. 2:34. 2:34, thank you. 2:33, 2:32, 2:04, 2:04, 2:04, 2:03. What is this game? 2:43, 2:43. Okay, good. God, I've got to press so many buttons. 2:43. Okay, time is set. Click. Oh, setup complete. All I had to do was set the date and then bish bang bosh. Ooh, we have no card in it. Where's the SD card? Where is the SD card? Here we are, baby. Okay. Here is the SD card. The SD card is going in. Oh, has the battery just died? Okay, no. Okay, so the SD card is in. It did say I was meant to reformat it, but I've just plugged it in and it seems to be working fine. I've got a time on it. So we've got on here some settings, 4K at 30 frames per second. So we're going to give it a press and see how it does. So this is the, oh, I didn't take the little sticker off. I'll try again. Okay, so this is the 4K camera at 30 frames per second. We've got all the camera going here. You can see the green screen behind me. How does it look on here so far? Not too bad. What does the camera person think of the quality looking at me here? Can you see the screen? Not good? She's saying not good at the moment. Yeah. It looks okay. So, it looks okay here. I mean, I'm filming here. I wish I could kind of focus a little bit. You can see it's fish-eyed, which is a problem with some of the older GoPros. We can see everything here pretty nicely. The fisheye effect is a little bit annoying. I wonder if there's a way that I can fix this in post, which there might be. But so far, for 10,000 yen, not too bad. I'm actually going to do an audio test from the camera. How is the microphone inside this plastic case? Because most times, when you use these plastic cases, the audio is very bad. So, how is the microphone? Microphone test, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. How is the quality of my face? Do I look handsome? How is my eye? Does it look good? I have bought one accessory that isn't in this pack, and I bought this handle here, which is a scuba diving or snorkeling handle, or just a handhold thing. This floats, and it just makes it a lot easier when I'm filming underwater, so that I can do that instead of having to do this, which is a very awkward moment, and it's easier for me to spin it around. I get a bit more movement. So we'll see, can I get this set up and can I do this? This floating handle was just over 2,000 yen, which is just over like £10 or $15, about that. So not too bad. I also, inside it, have some storage space as well. So that is good. Maybe if I wanted to put my keys in here, and maybe some money as well if I'm going to the beach. I mean, this would be a good thing just to have if you wanted to go to the beach. I would get one of these little plastic bags, put it in here, and then tighten it up, because this does have an O-ring on it. So assuming this should be waterproof, so that's pretty good. Nice little, that's a nice thing if you're going to the beach and you don't want to leave something valuable on the beach, because in here you could easily fit inside your car keys. Might be a bit too big, but some car keys could fit in here. Most car keys I'd say could fit in here, and just a little bit of money when you go to the beach. Pretty good. Great accessory so far from what I've seen from it. So can we set this up easily enough? Let's have a look. We have the camera. This is the waterproof housing here. I'm going to take the sticker off on it. Sticker off. Can we put this back in easily enough? And then is it easy to use when in the housing? Okay. I will say, to use it just on here is not as easy than with the when it's just touchscreen. But I'm able to go into all these settings here. I've got the microphone. I can see the video here. I will say, I'll take that off as well. Yeah, everything so far is looking good. I think the only thing left now is to take this outside and see how the little camera does. So let's take it outside. So at the moment we are on our way to the beach. We're testing out the camera to see what is it like. Is the microphone good? We at the moment have the AC going in the car. Of course we've got the background noise from the car going on, and at the moment we don't have it inside its waterproof housing. We just have it as the camera raw, nothing around it, no handhold things, nothing. Does it look too shaky while we're driving along? I'm actually going over bumps now, so this is a good test to see how does it handle bumpy roads. At the beach will be the real test for these waterproof cameras, because it's easy for a camera when you're just on a bike, running, but once you get underwater there's so many different changes. The light change is really easy. It can get dark very quickly, and there's a lot of little things moving around, so I'm really interested to see how does it work. At the moment we've got it running on 4K at 30 frames per second, so I hope it's really good. My question is, could you use this camera as just a vlogging camera? So you go on holiday or something and you just take this bad boy. The really nice thing about this is it has 2 batteries, which I was just unbelievably surprised to see. Will it last me throughout the day? Will I have to change the batteries? I have charged them for literally 5 minutes, so at the moment they are pretty much straight out of the box charged. So I hope they work well. We shall see. Off to the beach! We are now at the beach and it's a little bit windy, so the question is, how does the microphone handle the wind behind us? But also, this is the little snorkeling handle that I got, and the nice thing about it, I said it's got this pouch to store stuff in. It isn't big enough to fit my keys in, unfortunately, which is a bit annoying, but if you go snorkeling you're probably going to have some mask cleaner like this, and the mask cleaner fits perfectly inside. So when you're out snorkeling you can just put your mask cleaner in here, and then when you're out and about and need to clean your mask, look, bish bang bosh, you just unscrew it, this comes out, wah, it falls into the sea, you lose it forever, but then you just open it up, give your little mask a little spritz, 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 and then bang, you're off going. There's a very nice feature, the fact that this can fit in here, because normally I have to put it in my pockets, and 9 out of 10 times I lose it because it falls out of my pockets while I'm snorkeling. So very nice touch, good job company. But let's jump into the sea and see how we do. Okay, just got back from the snorkeling trip. A couple of things that I noticed. Some of them user error, as in my error that I didn't do or didn't read the manual. The first stupid thing that I did is in the settings of the camera, it has a date and time setting on it, so that when you film, in the top left hand corner it gives you the date and time, a bit like an old 90s camera. So if I show you here, so this is the footage of us going snorkeling, very nice. On all of the footage I recorded today, they've got the timestamp up here on everything I've done. So a little bit of a mistake, that is a little bit annoying. The next one is some of the sound issues, I think possibly user, as in my fault. So we were carrying it with no grip, like I've got the handle on now, and I'm wondering if on some of the sound issues when we're touching it, if we're sort of covering the microphone. The second thing is, I am pretty sure that the microphone is on the, I think it's this side? Yeah, the right side of the camera. So when I'm in the car and talking to the right side of the camera, the microphone is almost too loud. So it's picking up a load of background noise, because there are times in the videos that the microphone isn't too bad. In the car, some of the bits not particularly great, but for 13,000 yen, this is pretty good. You can try this with an external microphone, and I have a sort of wireless microphone, a Hollyland, which is like a $300 microphone set. I am going to see if I can get it set up with this camera. If I can, amazing. But the whole point of this camera is it's meant to be a cheap one, and then adding a $200-300 microphone to a 10,000 or less than $100 camera, a little bit weird. The second mistake that I unfortunately made is on this camera, when we're snorkeling, the screensaver would shut itself off after about 30 seconds. So when we're filming underwater, we're just sort of eyeballing it, thinking where the camera is, and when we watch the footage back, we're actually, both me and Chi were slightly off when filming, so it doesn't look quite right. When we're filming like a fish, we think it's in the middle of the video, but it's not. It's slightly higher than what we're used to. But again, that's a setting thing, so in that I have now set it so that the screensaver doesn't shut off. The next mistake that I made, I was using to record on, was this case, and I said to you earlier in the video that I put the mask cleaner inside it, but I didn't put it in with any bags, so it rattles around, and a couple of times when I am snorkeling, I think some of the footage was shaky because this is banging back and forward. Now that is just a super easy fix. All I have to do is, when I put this mask cleaner inside it, is just get a plastic bag and basically stuff the end so that this can't basically bounce around. Super easy fix, but silly mistake, but something you can easily fix. But so far, the actual footage underwater is very good. I'm very happy with it. Not particularly happy with the microphone at the moment, but like I said, I'm going to try and have a play around with it and see if I can fix it. I will have a little bit more for play and see how I get on. So I've just edited everything up to now, and I've made a few observations about the camera and also all the little attachments that have come with it. So the camera, I feel like you can get actually a lot more out of it than what I've been doing so far. In pretty much all of the footage, I haven't edited it at all. I haven't tried to add any effects to it. I've just let it go as it is. Now with Premiere Pro, you can get a lot out of this camera which most people won't probably have the ability to use, because Premiere Pro is expensive and they won't be able to use all the effects that it has in it. Now there are some free video software out there, but I feel like the people who are buying this 13,000 yen are people who are on a budget and who maybe aren't super into photography. They're just hoping for something that they can switch on, go snorkeling, maybe go on a bike ride and then just see what it comes out with. So we'll see. Tomorrow my plan is to go snorkeling again, maybe go for a run and use Premiere Pro to get the most out of this. One thing I will say, with all these attachments here, I feel like without the handle that I got for snorkeling, this camera is a little bit wasted, because when you are holding it, you're affecting the microphone. But when I hold it with this stick here, the microphone isn't so effective, and the audio sounds not too bad. It doesn't sound amazing, but it sounds better than what it is when I'm like holding it like that and actually knocking it around. One thing I've found inside the camera, which I didn't have switched on, is I didn't have image stabilization switched on, which is now switched on, and I was reading that sometimes if you put the microphone settings on here, set it to external microphone, and it doesn't have an external microphone connected to it, it can affect the audio. Now, I was playing around with the microphone settings yesterday, so I may have accidentally set it to external microphone and not realized. I looked at it today and it was on internal microphone. So all of the audio now will literally be what is the camera and what is the best coming out of the camera. Now, I am tomorrow going to use Premiere Pro to enhance the audio a little bit to see if I can make it better than what it has been. When I'm snorkeling, I try to say some things when the camera is inside this little case, but the audio was just absolutely unusable. We'll see tomorrow. I will try again and do a little bit of talking when this is inside the case to see if I can get something out of it. But I think when the camera is inside this, it is literally a camera only, and the microphone in there is pretty useless. But so one weird thing that I found, all these straps here are not actually for the camera itself, which is surprising. It's actually to connect the camera button here to all of this stuff. So you could tie this onto, here, sorry, tie this strap onto here and then put it onto your wrist, and that's it. A lot of the straps are not particularly useful, and in fact a lot of this stuff here, unless you're cycling, isn't going to be overly useful for you. The only clips that you're probably going to find useful are this clip, which the camera can connect onto, the water housing, and maybe one of these sticky ones, and that's about it. Pretty much everything here has been more designed toward bicycles, I would say. But the camera so far has had its good moments. I've seen some possibilities from it, and when I use it tomorrow and use Premiere Pro, we shall see how much good quality we can get out of it. But so far, everything that you've seen has been the camera pretty much unedited, unless I have actually said, and I have written on there, like on one of the bits, I just experimented with getting rid of fisheye, and that was easy to do. And I also had to turn down the audio on one bit because it was just blaring out and it was too loud. So tomorrow morning I'm going to use Premiere Pro to the max and use the camera. I've now read all of the instructions and we're going to see if I can get the most out of this camera. So let's try tomorrow. So I just finished filming for the day, and I have to say I am very disappointed in the camera. I was driving in the car again and tried to use it, and the audio again just doesn't sound good. Okay, so I am just about to drive into a tunnel, so I want to see how the camera reacts to the light. The microphone in it is okay when you're in good conditions, like we're in the room now, there's no background noise, it sounds usable. But these are action cameras. These are meant to be used when you're like cycling, out swimming, in the wind, but when there's background noise, it just isn't good enough. The next problem I had with it today is when I was snorkeling, it has a built-in snorkeling mode, and I decided to switch it on and use it, and it brownified all my footage, and I'll show you two clips side by side. This is in the exact same water, about 2 minutes apart, and you will see a huge difference. Ooh. the normal footage is good, it's fine, it's good enough for a 13,000 yen camera. But when you put it on snorkel mode, the footage is terrible, almost unusable, and it's made the water look like I'm swimming in like a swamp. And if you use this for the first time, went snorkeling, and put it on snorkeling mode, all of your footage would look just terrible. And if that was your first holiday going snorkeling, oh, I would have been so annoyed at this camera. I'm lucky I go snorkeling a lot here, so it's not too much of a disappointment. But I am like really mad at the camera because today was some of the best days for fish that I've had snorkeling, and all of it just looks almost unusable. The next problem I've got with the camera is today I used it on the mode. It has ultra wide, wide, and narrow, and then a zoom, another like really zoomed in one. If you actually use it on anything but super wide, the footage looks very grainy and is definitely not a good resolution, not high enough to be classed as 4K in my opinion. So very disappointed with that. And overall for the camera, I would give it a 5 out of 10, maybe even a 4 out of 10. Do I recommend to buy the camera? The answer is no. I think probably for the price you can get something that is a little bit better. You could maybe find a second-hand GoPro and go and get one of those. It is nice that it comes with all these accessories, but you know, the footage just isn't good enough. So yeah, a little bit disappointed in the camera. I'll be honest, I'm a little bit tempted to try and send it back. But we'll see. I will go snorkeling a few times with it and see how it gets on. Maybe it gets better, but that's my review for today. I would give this a 5 out of 10, maybe even a 4 out of 10. Not the best camera in the world. Some fun stuff. It has been fun to play with it. It certainly has. When I've been snorkeling and it's not on the snorkeling mode, it's good enough. But to be classed as an action camera, I think it could do better. 4, 5 out of 10. Don't buy it. Go and look for another camera. That would be my advice for you. And that is the end of today's video. Thank you very much for watching. As the Japanese say, arigato gozaimashita. Please consider subscribing, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.